not what I wanted to happen.
These old bikes are so fun to work on. If you do it right the first time, you don't have the pleasure of taking it apart and doing it right again.
Second time's always a charm, unless it's the third time. Luckily for us, we nailed it on the second try. Now, I had to pull the engine back out of this bike, get it on the table, pull it all back apart, because I forgot a couple things. Some of the most important would be the crankshaft shims. I didn't put the shims on the crankshaft, so I had to split cases. And then we went through and figured out where all those spacers went that I didn't know where they went. Now I know where they went, and I have everything laid out. I'm not gonna bore you guys again with the details of throwing this thing back together, so let's get it to where it's back on the bike and we can continue the journey of getting this parts motorcycle running again, riding again, out doing rip stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get to work. Right, meow. Right, meow, meow. So some of you are probably wondering why I'm going through all the trouble for this stupid parts bike. Well, it's because it's personal and because it has a high and a low transmission. So when I'm out at the swap meet and I gotta drag all my junk back to the truck, this bike is gonna be perfect. And I got some big plans to make it even perfecter. So we're back to where we once were, except now the engine is back in the bike and it is put together correctly. But we still have a couple things here we gotta do. One, our carburetor's broken here. See that? And our pilot jet goes down in...
I don't quite know where I'm looking.
Right here, where it's broken.
Oh, that big broken spot, okay.
Yep, on both sides.
Oh, wow.
So our pilot jet sits down in there and the threads stop about here. So that's where the top of the pilot jet is. And then the reason that this is built up like that is because the floats, when the carb is sitting and the floats are in, if the fuel level is below where it's broken, it's gonna suck air and the bike's not gonna run right. So we need to address that. And I'm gonna do that with this. And I'm gonna admit, I haven't done this one yet, so we're gonna try it, see how it works.
What is this one?
This is tank weld, JB tank weld. Fuel resistant epoxy putty, great for fuel tanks, metal tanks, portable tanks, potable tanks, lawn and garden tanks, metal surfaces, no welding, ethanol resistant, chemical resistant, NSF safe.
I think I heard carburetors in that list.
Yep, aluminum Yamaha carburetors. Just like such. Looks like a uniform color to me. Let's see what we can do here. So the only thing it's not sticking to is metal. Great. Guess now we just kind of hope and pray, huh? Next, when I was cleaning the float bowl, yeah, look what I noticed.
Uh-oh, Craig, there's light coming through there.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
That's no good.
That's no good. So we need to fix that too. Hit this with a little zip. Get that clean. Just think, somebody out there said this bike wasn't worth fixing.
All it needed was the engine torn apart, several things JB welded, many gaskets replaced, much transmission fixing.
Yeah.
And that's it, we're fine.
Oh yeah, it even poked out the hole in the bottom. That's exactly what I wanted. Good deal. Next thing we gotta tackle is the gas tank. I really screwed this one up. Okay, so we need to drain this tank. What I did was, I got Caswell's stripper to strip the inside of this fuel tank so that we could use their epoxy tank sealer because there's a couple pinholes in this tank. The problem is I just didn't do it correctly. Like I didn't get it drained before I had to go on a trip and then it sat and it's probably been, what, a month?
Something like that, yeah.
It's been at least a month. And we spilled some, and I don't even remember what all is going on. So we gotta address this fuel tank here quick. What are we dealing with? Exactly. Ugh. Okay, looks about the same or worse than when we started this. Let's throw some water through this thing. Let's confirm our leaks. Where's that leak coming from? Where the heck is that coming from? Okay, right there. Look. Can you see it geysering out?
Yeah. There it goes.
I need I need to find the one on this side. Or maybe we fix this one and then we come back and fix the other one. What do you say?
Let's do that.
Let's do that. That's our culprit right there.
Exposed, so it can't hide anymore.
I just find another hole. Blasted. Look, I just found another hole.
Oh, wow.
Trying to scratch it up so the putty has something to hang on to. We gotta give that a couple minutes to cure. No, well, that's doing that thing. Let's get this cover put together with the oil pump. I've had the oil pump actually soaking in WD-40 overnight because it was a little grody in there. So that should be decently clean now. Ugh. Okay, well, it's at least cleaner than it once was. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna sit like this. So next thing we got on this cover is our clutch doodad. This goes in here and this is spiraled. So on this backside, when you pull your clutch lever, this spins.
The doodad.
The doodad. And that's what's gonna be engaging and disengaging our clutch.
The clutch doodad.
The clutch doodad. This spring probably goes on the clutch cable. This piece is going to lock into there, and then we have this to hold our cable, and that's what's going to move all of that. Okay, I like it. Okay, the other thing we're going to need is the seal for our shift shaft. Shift shaft seal.
Shift shaft shield.
Shift shaft seal. Shift shaft seal.
Shift shaft shield.
Yo, that would be a great album.
Shift shaft shield.
Shift shaft shield. Okay, so we need that gasket and we need those bolts. There we go. Get on there. Okay. And then we should have a clutch cable here. I need two things, Dan. That's not true. I need three. I need the cover, I need a coffee, and I need my stool.
You need your wits about you.
Oh, I say shift shaft shield. That's not a shift shaft shield. That's kick shaft shield. My bad. Here I am, getting all my seals confused.
You silly goose, mistaking the shift shaft shield for the kick shaft shield.
I know, it's
Next thing you know, you're going to be calling it the pump shaft shield.
Now, let's figure this thing out. This is going to go in like that. Okay, our cable's going to come in here. And then this is going to go on. I guess is like that. So what we're gonna have to do next is read the instructions, actually. See how we adjust this clutch. So remember when we tore apart the Busa and pulled apart the air cleaner, or the oil filter, and I didn't have a oil filter cutter?
No.
Somebody made us this and sent it, dude.
What?
Yeah, dude, how cool is that?
When did they send this?
Oh, it was a while ago, admittedly. I thought I'd show it in the next Busa video, and then
We'll still show it in the next Busa
we'll
video.
still show it in the next Busa video. It's coming. Just give me just be patient, please. Adjusting the clutch. Caution on reassembling the clutch. Oh, geez.
Uh-oh.
On both ends of the primary gear spacer, remove the carburetor cover and loosen the push screw. Tighten the push screw to a lightly seated position and back it off. Is that a one?
Back it off.
One turn?
Yeah.
So what we're doing is, there's a ball in there, in the center.
Lovely.
That ball rides on that push rod. It's sitting right in there. And then this screw is going in here to set that ball just up against that push rod, okay? But what happened there when I just did that is the cover popped loose. So I'm gonna throw a bolt or two in here. How's this look? Yeah, those are snug. I'm not getting a great pull on the clutch. I know what it is. It's not a 1.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Look closer.
Oh, is it a quarter? Oh my gosh.
I'm like losing my mind. Well, it seems to be working. Okay. So that's gonna go like that. Oh, fuel line. Okay, so I'm gonna have oil line. Yep, duh. I'm trying to think of why I have 2 lines, but that's why. Our oil line is gonna scoot back here, and then it's gonna come in through here, like that, and then just like that. Oh, wait. Where does that go? Does that go here? Wonder if that goes there. That might go there.
I wonder if it goes there.
Might go there. We'll come back to that.
We'll just keep wondering for now.
Yeah, you gotta stick around to see where that goes.
Oh man, don't click off the video. We might find out where that spring goes.
This spring probably goes on the clutch cable. Oh, hey, Dan, look at this.
Oh, there's a picture. Did you put it in the wrong spot?
Well, I didn't put it in any spot, and that's the problem. This'll be fun. Now we'll back that off.
Quarter turn.
Quarter turn. Now we can take our slack back up here. Let's see where we want that. Good news, Dan?
Good
Now
news.
we're back to where we just were.
Nice.
So the next thing we need is our carburetor, and we need to check on our gas tank, which is right there. Let's see how this is working. Okay. Happy to report no leaks on that side. Let's put a little more water in. So now we gotta figure out where these drips are coming from. Okay, there. Might as well just address this whole area. I'm a little concerned. If we have a leak coming from behind this, that's gonna be a mess. But right now we have some seeping out of here. It's probably all creme that came through when they tried to seal the tank the first time. Hard to get in there. Oh, found another one. Just finding holes all over the place. Oh, there's another one. Oh boy, maybe I should stop.
A lot of holes. Maybe we just get a new tank.
It's a parts bike, Dan.
Yeah, it's true. It's not in the spirits of...
Not in the spirits of fixing parts bikes, just getting a new one. Just trying to gouge up this surface so again there's something for that putty to stick to. Guess it'll probably be sticking to all these holes too, but. Boy, that started as like one little hole. Escalated kind of quickly. Whenever I work with stuff like this that's timed, I get like under pressure and I'm like, ah! Now we'll let that sit for a little, see what happens. What do you think?
That's all the holes you can find?
Well, this here's probably a hole. How's that for awesome?
That hole suddenly looks really big. You keep doing this, there's not gonna be any tank left.
Okay, let's let this stuff set up here a little. And then what we need to do is check it for leaks again. I think that's our
Perfect.
next step. I do believe.
Now that I have the oil pump set, the cable and all of that done, it's time to bleed it. And we're getting close to firing this thing up for the first time. This is gonna be good. Now we're going to crack our bleed screw.
Got the seal in there, and the Kickstarter. This is all just okay for now. I do want to make sure that this oil pump is working. That's what has me concerned the most at the moment. Scooby-Doo, wah, ba, 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 wow, wow, woo! Guess there's no time like the present. We just figure out if this transmission shifts, right? Right. Okay, do we have gears? Yes, yes, we have gears. Okay, well, I checked and we have gears. And we have spark. Let's see if this thing will fire up. Okay, we got mix, we got da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, exhaust pipe. Put the exhaust pipe back on. Dan, you big dummy head, you forgot about the exhaust pipe.
Oh, silly me.
Wow. Running really good.
We lost headlight? Oh, fixed it. Let's go tap it. Slappy tap-a-roo. Did we lose spark somehow? Pretty flooded. Couple cranks, no plug. Okay, now it starts. I think part of what's happening is just from all the assembly lube and oil and stuff adding the piston and you know all that. I just foul plug every once in a while here. I'll just clean it quick and throw it back in. Should fire right up. Trying its best, Dan. Good news is we have gears and it's running. That means phase 2.
It's a pretty big win.
Yeah, it is. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I should be getting oil out of there. I don't know why I'm not. There's a check ball in this oil pump. Now, I had the oil pump soaking for a while. I didn't necessarily want to take it all apart if I didn't have to, but now I'm wondering if I'd have to because I am not getting oil out of this banjo here. So there's a check ball in there, and I wonder if that's not stuck a little bit. I think we should be seeing oil if it was in that line there. That line would change color a little bit. Spring.
And that's what pushes on that check ball. Bike's not running bad. Awesome. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love everything about it. Love it.
Love it.
Except the oil pump not working. I love that a little less. But if I know it's not working, that's better than not knowing. And then your motor quits working. Good news is the bike runs a lot better than it did last
Good
time.
news, the bike shifts.
And that's what it is. The shift shaft shield is all shifting correctly. Okay, this I don't want to lose. All right, next thing I gotta do, this brake rod and our brake spring needs to go back on. Just like that. Oh, you know what else I should probably use or have would be foot pegs. I think I should put foot pegs on to go ride it.
You can do whatever you want. Who needs foot pegs?
They're your foots.
Yeah, they're your feet. Did you fix the bike yet?
I think I might have. Well, I mean, right now it's 100% maybe. Can you believe somebody actually thought this thing was a parts bike?
I mean, come on. Who would not want to do all that stuff you just did?
Right. Okay, so I need to tighten exhaust and I need to put the gas tank on. And I need to hook up the battery cable and put the seat on. Okay, how do you like that?
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
All that sounds good? Tight enough for meow. Well, I guess we put the gas tank on it. At least set it up there and try to run gas through that, right?
Yes, get that gas tank up there.
All right. Seats on, petcock, tank, seat, battery, foot pegs. Okay, I guess the other thing we're gonna do is to see if our tank repair held. Oh shoot, something's not holding. Oh my, I think we missed a spot, or else I uncovered a spot when, oh my, that's a really bad leak. It was sitting with water in it for the last 3 hours. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Dan, that didn't work at all. Okay. Drastic times. Oh my. We're getting shoshlik. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Oh gee.
Don't lose your head, Frank.
Don't lose brakes. Do we got brakes? Somewhat. That one's not going to work until I get it fixed. Whoa. Whoa. Got a little one. See, told you. Just needed a 10,000 rip 'em tune-up, Dan. You know what? I got to think about phase 2 over the weekend. I'm going to come back Monday. All right. It is Monday morning, and I had an idea, or figured out how we're going to make this bike the ultimate swap meet bike. Parts row to swap meet Sherpa. Why, it's a wagon, by golly. Do you know what wagons can haul? Wagons can haul puppies. Yes, they can. I don't like the green. So, I think while we're here, I'm gonna grind this. That's that. I'm gonna set up the paint shaker. Tries in 15 minutes because we don't got time to mess around. I did this last time I did this. I vibrated the clutch basket for the Hayabusa off the workbench and broke it. And it really upset me. And I think that was the last time I touched the Hayabusa. See?
That should hold some sort of resemblance of paint. 95% of a good paint job is in preparation. I'm not sure I did ever get a good paint job, if I'm being honest. I think I'm gonna go outside to do this part.
It is impossible to have a little red wagon when your wagon's green. All right, so while that's drying, it's on to the next step, and that's to figure out how we're gonna attach this thing to the motorcycle. I got angle iron, because you can pretty much do anything you want to with angle iron. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I don't want to weld this to the swing arm because I want to be able to remove it. So I think I'm going to drill a hole. But if I just drill a hole on each side, what's going to happen is our hitch is going to pivot. And we don't want that to happen either. So what I'm going to do, I do believe, is I'm going to bolt this here. And I'm thinking if I come out here L1 inches, that'll give me plenty of clearance. And then 7.5 inches across. You're getting the gist, right? Something like that. The worst thing I've ever done. And then when that paint's dry, I'm gonna put that wagon together.
2,000 years later.
My little green wagon is now my little red wagon, just about. Well, it's red, but we're not quite done with it yet. Now the mesh floor is probably fine for hauling around boxes and doing normal stuff and whatever. But for what I got planned, we're gonna need some wood on the bottom. Now this is a 2x4 foot cart, and I got a 2x4 foot piece of wood, but it doesn't fit. So now I gotta use saws. Now, if you know anything about me, there's a couple things I like. Motorcycles and not working on wood, but here we go. So I'm gonna cut these quick, throw that in there, and then we're gonna move right along. That stink bug was just right here. He ran for it. He's making pretty decent progress too. Wood projects are funny for me. I generally start out trying to be all precise and whatnot, and then as the project progresses, I care less and less about that. Eat your heart out, John Malecki.
Did it warp the frame of the wagon?
Did it? Wow. Man, they don't build those garden carts like they used to. Let's try this again. Let's try that again. Hey, look at that. Oh, the tires are on the ground. Hold stuff. Now you're probably wondering why when I was at Harbor Freight, I didn't just spend the extra 80 bucks or whatever it was to get the one that was a little bit more skookum and had mesh sides on and stuff. Easy answer was because I wanted it to look like a little red wagon. This is the other thing. Generally, when people do stuff like this, is they draw a picture and map it out. Not this fella. I go to the store and buy what I think I need, and I realize I screwed up, and I still gotta go back to the store a bunch more. I'm always waiting for the saw to shut off when I do that, because I cut through the cord. There. I need to do something like that 3 more times. Okay,
Okay, so I did that a couple more times and now I have all 4 sides, or 2 sides in the front and the back. Either way you want to look at it. Took a little longer than I thought it would. On paper, this took about 2 hours in my mind. And in reality, it took like 2 days. But anyway, so we got this done now. Oh, these are, I couldn't find any stake pockets that worked. So these are just drawer handles, door handles for like your cabinets. Oh, yeah, good snug fit. Oh, rattle around. Okay, so we got our size. Now we got a little red wagon. And it only took 4 days. But look how cool this is gonna look. What happens if we, whoop, that looks more like it. Plenty of room for this. Needs to get welded together. Dink, dink, strengthen that up a bit. Yeah, let's weld. Now, how wonky and twisted did this get? It's gonna be a zillion degrees. Oh my. Dude, I don't even know if I need bolts. That is such a good fit. All right, what's next? Let's figure out a way to make that attach to that. I couldn't cut that more crooked if I tried. I could smash this, make it flat, and just bolt it there. That's one way to do it. The other thing I'm thinking is, what if I take off the paint here a little bit and I get 2 pieces of flat stock and do like one of those and weld it here, being with a hole, and then a hole, and then it'll just be like, dink, be like a little hitch right there. I like it. Let's do that. Something like that. Man, why do you keep zooming in on the bad ones? A lot of work. I don't know what would have been more or less work. Just carrying my stuff back to the truck from the swap meet. I think I'm gonna cut part of this out so I can move the hole back a little. Got your safety squints. Right up my nose. Now, back to the trailer. It's perfect. It's flipping perfect. Now we just gotta put the bike together quick. Gas tank, seat. That's what holes are made of right there, folks. Okay, so that was probably a pretty long montage. And every time I pick up this fuel tank, I find another leak. So believe it or not, I still have that putty is drying, but we have our new fuel tank here, and that's look how that is shaky. And then with the mount from 360, look how stout that is. Nice. Okay, so time to fire this bike up. We got everything here. We're gonna take this thing for a trip, make sure that it all works. And then we got some fun stuff. What the heck? You ran beautifully just the other day. You guys did just see me ride this thing, right? Are we losing fuel somewhere? Kink the line anyway. Yeah, it's gotta be spark related. Enough fuel in there to choke a mule. Look, I lost spark. I'm gonna have this bike apart all again. Oh, I don't know, there's some smoke coming out of here. Well, I don't know what to do. I am getting to be losing my ha. I cleaned the points again. Cleaned the points. So now I think it should fire. Gotta get my swap meet hat. Oh, I never put my shifter on. I'll never go anywhere without a shifter. I like this bike again. All I had to do was run. All right, let's try this. Come on, wagon. But most swap meets happen in the grass, so. Okay, so far so good. Come with me, wagon. Okay, this is working well. All right, that worked well. A little bouncy. My sides held up. They didn't fall off. I'm liking that. But there is one big reason that I did all of this. And that is because out at Vintage Days in Mid-Ohio, the swap meet's like way over there and we camp way over there. Last year we bought a bike that was in boxes and crates and stuff and it was awful. And I got a bike that was basically complete, but there was no chance of it running or going anywhere. So I had to push it, or actually, did we end up pulling it? I don't remember, but it wasn't fun. And I thought to myself, you know what? That's not gonna happen again. So I got an idea. Check this out. Hold on. I got a wheel chock. So watch this. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna secure it down. Do you guys see where this is headed? Now, let's say we're out at the swap meet and we're shopping around like you do, and you run across something. What if you find yourself an MX? But say it has flat tires and it doesn't quite push as nice as this one or run, and you want to get it back to your truck or back to your campsite. Let's see if this works. So you take your purchase and you strap it on just like that. And they generally come with some extra parts and pieces and doodads and tiddly bits. Here, these tires, they go to that bike. So we can do that. That holds things. Here's a box of parts I got for this bike. It's there. Okay, so, you know, gather up all the bits and then you get on your Yamaha Sherpa. Oh yeah, why didn't you start like that an hour ago? Come on, Yamaha! Okay, can't turn too fast. Not what I wanted to happen. Oh, I broke my brake lever! Broke my brake lever, my seat fell off. May have even twisted the wagon, I'm not sure yet. Oh, have my seat. Thanks. When you're pulling everything back to your truck, you don't have to go fast. It's not a race. Swing them corners wide. I don't see the problem in it. Ship shape. Not what I wanted to happen. It's not quite what I wanted to happen.
starting to see a trend here. Oh shoot, now my clutch lever broke. And at the end of the day, you still push it back to the truck. Come on, Yamaha. Well, there you have it. I have a few kinks I gotta work out yet, but this thing is gonna be ready to go come July. I tell you, it was a lot of fun. Parts of it were a lot of fun. Then there were some parts that weren't quite as much fun. But man, good day in the shop is better than a bad day at work. Good news is our Insta360 cameras just fell over a few times. They didn't break, but I did break a brake lever and I did break my clutch lever. That's neat. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out a video Dan's gonna put here and here. Grab yourself an old bike and start wrenching, having fun. See you later.